Hello, hello, hello! It's been a long time since I've been streaming on main channel. Last time was over before Christmas when we were doing a Banggood live stream. So hope you all had a great Christmas and a great time, and despite all the circumstances. But today, all the posts that's supposed to arrive before Christmas arrived now, so it feels like Christmas. So all day I was quite excited about a couple of parcels coming up, and a couple of parcels actually, no, one parcel that I was not expecting at all and made me really giddy when I got it. So I thought I'm just going to run a stream and share that exciting news with you. And now I'm still kind of testing my new internet, so do let me know any feedback on the live stream to make sure everything is running smoothly. In case my internet misbehaves, but I've upgraded. I have a super fast internet right now, and I couldn't be more excited. So yeah, there are two items that we're gonna talk about. There is this really awesome desktop case for Raspberry Pi, and I'm just looking back at where is this? I am sure I've seen it. No, that's not it. I know what it is, because I've got a new storage right now. So in my storage, obviously, if you have like a drawer storage, everything's gonna. So it's not this. It's not two Argon 1. This is a pretty cool case as well, but it's something really cool. This is called DeskPi, and it's from Seed Studio. So it's right now out of stock. Unfortunately, I was waiting for mine for over a month, but it arrived, and I'm super excited. Let me quickly show you. I've got entire. Can I just switch to the left screen, please? I think I've changed the resolution. That's why it's showing me everything. Just bear with me 1 second. But yeah, I've got it in here. It's a $54.99. I'll just give you a link right now on the chat. Hello, Don. You're right. It's great to hear that the stream quality is good. So that's the first thing. It's a desktop Pi. And it looks pretty swish, and actually inside there's a lot of great stuff, so I'm looking forward to this. And for some reason my camera is upside down, isn't it? So let me just flip that as well. Oh, it's always something. Which camera is it? Is it this one? Yes, it is. So let me quickly flip that 180 degrees so you could see it properly. There you have it. That's so much nicer now. So yeah, I've got this, and I've got M5 paper, something I also waited for such a long time, and I'm gonna give you a link in here on the chat right now. So we're gonna start with M5 paper because the other one, it's gonna take ages to actually go through. So it just arrived right now, so I've literally done nothing with this. And I wanted to share the experience and enjoyment with you. If you're gonna get any questions at all, I'll be definitely helping you out with this. First of all, let me get that screen sharing really fast, because I don't know what I've done last time that I was not able to share it. So bear with me 1 moment. I'll see if that worked. This one, and we need to go to here, and then I need to edit this. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this, and it's gonna be easier. Okay, hey, there we have it. So this is M5 paper, and it's 69. It's in stock right now, but it goes out of stock really quickly, and this is basically what would happen if you strap a Kindle to ESP32 and add insanely good programming environment. This is not the first time I'm talking about M5 products. M5 stack being featured on NotEnoughTECH quite a couple of times. So previously I've talked about Core, and I talked about the M-Stick Plus, both articles. I'm just gonna link it to you now so you could have a quick look. So this is the Core, and it was pretty awesome, and there's a visual programming as well, and I've played probably not enough with it. I'm planning to return it with a nice neat profile. And this is M5 stick, which is tiny, incredibly tiny. I'm gonna show you both in a second. And Honestly, you can do anything you want with the block programming if you're not ready to program it oneself. But if you want to program it, then obviously it supports a couple of different languages. So I've made like a 3D printing notification gadget in here. So let me send you those two links as well. So I'm just going to pop them into a chat. So that's the first for the stick, and the second one is for the core file development kit. So if you want, you'll have something to read. Super fast internet, what's your speed? Right now, I'm getting about 500 in theory, that's what I'm paying for, but right now I'm getting about 300 megs and downlink, and uplink is 40. So I'm uploading videos in like 4 minutes. This is beautiful. I pay a hefty fine for it, but yeah, I'm super excited about it. Okay, so let's switch my camera again, and let's take a closer look at what we've got in here. I'm going to put that apart. I've got my chat in. I've got the chat in front of me, so I can read it. And let me. Do I have them in here? I do remember. Ah, yes, I do have them. I have a special box for them, so I'll take them with me as well. So I actually have now I have 4 different products. So this is the core. You can kind of see the size of it. This is Atom. I've not wrote anything yet about this one, but I will, because it's super cool and super tiny. And this is the stick as well. So you can see this is a beautifully made development. I don't know if it's a development kit. It's kind of like, it's a consumer product. It feels really good in hands, and honestly, each item is really well made. And if you ever wanted to get started with programming, those are really cool, because you can program them over the air. So you don't even have to connect them via cable. They have a battery built-in inside, apart from this one, but these two have a battery built-in inside, so you can program them without even connecting any cables, and that's nice. So let me move this camera slightly, maybe here, so you could see me as well. That should work, I guess. I might be slightly more yellowish because, but if I'm gonna use this light, I should combat this. Yes, maybe. And then can I just disable? Oh no, that's gonna be too dark. Anyway, I'm gonna be ignoring. You're gonna live with my yellow face. I'm too excited to actually get anything done with this streaming setup right now. So let's get that open and let's play a bit. This is a paper ink display, so something you will see on your ink readers, and it's adorable. Just to look, this is actually display. This is not a sticker. This is actually the quality of the display. And going on the page, I'm gonna look back on the listing itself, because I don't know the specs by heart. This has obviously ESP32 inside. It has 16 megs of flash, which is plenty, 180 degrees viewing angles, and I'm just looking for the resolution of the e-ink display for you. So this is 960 by 540, 4.7 inch. I'll get you my mobile just so you kind of have a reference point. It's absolutely lovely, and it just, I don't know, it brings joy to my face. I hope you feel the same. Just repoint the microphone a little bit better so you could hear me better, and yeah, just look at it. This is actually stored. I don't know if there is a battery right now. I don't know how to operate it because I just opened it. So looking closer, what we have a sticker at the bottom which explains everything and what we have in here. So if I'm just going to kind of like, maybe that's going to be, so I need to add a little bit less direct light on it so you could see slightly better. Oh, that's going to be better. And maybe, should I drop text? Can you see it all? Like this, you can see. So it has a lot of things inside, and looks like there is a temperature, and there is a this rotational kind of like up and down and button as well, rotational dial. I don't know how to call it. There's an expansion slot. There is a USB type C. Nice, I love it already. Another 2 expansion slots. What else do we have? I don't see. There's a SD card. That's great. I'm really actually looking forward to play with this because the form factor of this is spectacular, and I have a big gratitude for everything that M5 Stack is doing, because they always come up with those lovely products that are just unique. Okay. Let me just swap that also, because I see only top chat, I don't see everything else on it, so I want to make sure I have all the responses from you guys. Okay, so if you have any comments or questions, just straight away let me know. And I just want to have my live stream information on here as well, so I could know if there is any problem. Like I said, I don't trust this internet just yet. It's nice and looking nice and promising on as a contract, but I want to make sure that everything is running well. Okay, great. So, oh, this is amazing. Okay, let's try and see how to power up and how to operate. So this is on off, I guess. Reset in and then off. So let's try that just to see what happens. I'm just holding this. No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. I'm probably not doing it right. I don't know. Does it need the power right now? It could be just depleted from power. I don't think this is not a sticker. So let me get a slightly longer cable. Can I just connect it in here and just drag it out, and I'll be able to connect it straight away. Make sure there is enough power. I have a small cable in here. Okay. And yeah, I absolutely love this. Oh, something's going on. It's initializing. It has a touchpad, guys. It has a touchpad, so I can just press on things and things will happen. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm loving this, guys. I'm absolutely loving this. Look at this. This could be my device for something. I'm gonna definitely use this because it's gonna last forever with the paper ink, and I can totally see like establishing nice policies for the sleep. And what is live game? Let's have a look. What is live game? Because I'm curious. Okay. Do I press on something? No. Do I use this? Ah, I've broken it. I don't know what that is. Okay, never mind. I'll read on it later. This is live game. Okay. Right, we're going back to that. It takes a couple of seconds and a couple of refresh to get rid of the artifacts from the previous one, but so far the display looks really cool. There's a keyboard. How responsive the keyboard is, I don't know. Let's say not. Okay, you missed the letter there, so you have to kind of hold it for a little bit longer. Not enough. Tech. To be honest, as far as on typing goes, it's actually not that bad. This is e-paper, so e-ink display, so I'm actually quite impressed. What else do we have? We have some settings. Let's take a look at the settings and see what we can do. We have a synchronization time, we have different languages, we have a wallpapers, restart and shut down. That's great. Now, going back, this actually shows 100% on the battery, so okay, let me just check quickly on the. That would be amazing home automation display. That's what I'm thinking. It could be my thermostat because you can display stuff and you could action it. So you could raise the temperature with this up and down, and then you can select stuff. I'm really enjoying this device. So let me just remove this, and that's 100% on the display, and it was in post. So I don't know how quickly it will go, but yeah, it works. Look at that. Like, did you just set a smart home? Did you just set this? Look at this. This is absolutely incredibly nice. I can do ceiling light, table light. Oh, I'm so going to have my PDA that I can control everything in my room. That's gonna happen. I'm so eager to actually try it right now. I would have to, like, look at this. This is gorgeous. I hope. Oh, there's animation actually baked in, so you can see right now. It shows you where the light is on. Rice cooker. I have a rice cooker as well. It looks like there is barely anything I have to do to integrate it with the home automation. And since it's ESP32, I can just add PubSub clients to it and straight away control everything that I have on Node-RED. Now, I mean, guys, if you didn't get the present you wanted for Christmas, just sell whatever or just give it back whatever you got and get one of these. You're gonna absolutely love this. it's been a while since I've been so enthusiastic about the like I didn't even have, oh, the battery just dropped to 48%. Okay, so it was probably because it's been shipped to me, so it's fair enough. Like it's been a couple of weeks in the shipping, so I don't blame this even in the sleep time. But yeah, come on, it's awesome. I'm absolutely loving it so far, and I'm looking forward to play with this. So I don't know how you feel about this, but hey, I'm like super excited. So yeah, this is, again, if you just joined, this is a M5 paper, and I'm just going to, let's go quickly on the website as well. So it's $69 right now. It's in stock. It's been out of stock for a long time, and M5 Stack been really kind to me and sent it over as soon as they had it in stock. So I would recommend you to grab it as soon as you can. How hard would it be to use it as a PDF viewer? I don't think it would be hard, to be honest. It has a storage, so let's take a look in this, if you can use it as there's nothing in the storage, but I could send a PDF to there and see if I can open. Should I do it? Let's do it really quick. So let me grab a SD card. Where's my mouse? Like, one of the disadvantages of big screen is that you can't see the mouse anymore. I need to find an SD card. Okay, I've got an SD card. Okay, that's 8 gigs. That should, I dropped it. 8 gigs, that should do it. Let's get a reader. And let's transfer some documents. I'm not connected to internet yet. I might do it in a second, but let's transfer some documents. All right. So I need to find a port, and let's send some documents and see what's gonna happen. In the meantime, I might show you the table instead because it's more interesting. So this is this thing, and we're gonna put something on SD card and try to open it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a picture. I'm going to add a I don't know, whatever I want to add. So I'm just going to transfer some documents. Bear with me one moment, and we'll see. There is a, oh, that's a nice picture. Do I have any PDFs? Let's see, any PDF in here? Actually don't have a single PDF, maybe in documents. No. Okay, like where I can get a PDF, guys? Yeah, I probably should use that control point and find it at some point, but yeah, I'm lazy. Right now I'm trying to find a PDF. I don't have a PDF. Oh, I have a PDF. That's gonna be my resume. Is it acceptable? Hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna use a page of my resume, and you have to forgive me. I'm gonna use the boring page as well, and probably let's go with a text file or something so you can see how the text looks like. I'll just quickly open a new document, text document, and I'm just going to paste my recent review from the website, which was a review for M3 printer. So I'm just going to go to my web page. Yeah, so I'm going to go click on it and grab some text from my review. If you haven't read the review, I'd strongly recommend it. And I'm just going to, maybe just going to save as, and we're going to do HTML and see what that's gonna get me. And let's find my here and save it as HTML, and then I'm just going to save some text. Okay, and we're just going to go into the document, edited notepad, paste the text, save it, and we have some files now. Okay, now that's enough of the files. Let's get them open into that Kindle. All right. Okay, is there a manual on product page? Probably, but it's gonna be. You all want to see my exciting CV, don't you? All right. So I'm just going to. Oh, I need to change the cameras as well. I know what Dan's gonna say, that I still don't have the shortcut for changing cameras. I'll get around this. I'm just too excited right now. So let's get the SD card in. Oops. It's very responsive, this. I just touched it and it was already doing stuff. Am I doing it upside down? Probably. Okay. Now, I don't have a nails for this. I've noticed recently that when I was trying to grab a footage from stuff, I didn't have nails. So let's go storage. Okay. Hello. Maybe it's still reading it. Come on. Come on, storage. Hello. Oh, that's gonna be such a shame. Come on. Can I do I have to do something? Do I have to enable this in settings? Let's take a quick look at settings, restart things. Okay, let's quickly do restart, just in case he needs to do this for some reason. But yeah, it's adorable, don't you think? I think it's adorable, and I really hope that you agree with me. Okay, let's second try at storage. Hey, look at this. Yes, I've restarted and I've got stuff. I don't know why, but I feel like I should be using like a pencil or something, like to maybe this will work well. I'm kidding, I would never do this, but I have a pen. Okay, so let's start with a text document, because that's obviously it's gonna work. No? Okay, so it gives me a question mark, so I don't think it's gonna open it. It doesn't give me a question mark for the PNG. Oh, that's a PNG file. Okay, so let's go with the picture right now. I can open the picture of the, this is the thumbnail. Ooh, it's very big. So it doesn't, oh, it looks like I can rescale this, maybe. But this is a thumbnail from this live stream, and you can see just a part of it. Also, obviously, it's not. Does it have a orientation sensor? Let's see. Do I have to like go back? Let's go again. Okay, so automatically it doesn't resize the pictures itself. That's fine. I'm sure we can kind of. I'm just checking the pinching is working. No, I don't think it does, but I should be able to move it around, isn't it? No? Double tap. And this one maybe? No. Okay. So the pictures, this is like a default one, so the text is not being recognized yet. It probably doesn't know how to open it, but okay, it loads the files, at least that, and I'll be playing with this more to figure out what we can do with it. But so far, it looks absolutely cute, and if you just joined it, this is a paper, M5 paper, and look, it's just made for home automation, and I'm totally gonna be playing with this. Like, oh, living room, off and off. Have to like press on this. Oh, see, this is a thermostat controls straight in here, and they're working. I can increase and iterate the temperature. Oh god, I'm so going to love this. Okay, that's pretty cool. What else do we have in here? Let's have a quick look. Compare. I don't know what compare is, but I'm going to click on it. Okay, so this is for showing you like different settings, I guess. So that's what it is. So like a calibration page. With the keyboard, there's a test. Let's click on test. What test does? Humidity. Oh, so we can also do like a self-scan test. So that's what it does. So it has a humidity temperature in here. It lost its date and the time, so we need to synchronize, but you need to connect to the internet. It's not connecting to the internet. You detect the card as like touchpad. See button and detects the ports. Yeah, this looks really cool. So let's look at the back again and see what else we can find in here. Okay, so we have a multi-touch display. This is multi-touch. 16 level grayscale scale, BM8563. We have a SPI interface. Those are pins, so you have pin up and down on the wheel, and G88 is down. So these are your USB power in on reset, power off, options. What else do we have? It's a lot of different stuff that I don't understand yet, and I need to read on it. TPS 65185, I haven't got a clue. That's SPI, isn't it? And typical ports for expansion, so you're gonna have your I think they are configurable because they're not marked for like SPI or I2 square, so you'll be able to use the growth sensors with it. But yeah, like, look at this. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. I wonder how long it's gonna last the battery. I'm really keen on trying it on, and having something like that to carry in your pocket and control it at home from e-ink display. Yeah, I'm totally digging it. Alright, sorry, I haven't scrolled through the comments. Can you load websites on it, like in other dashboards? Now, I've tried to open HTML file from the storage, but not. So okay, let's get it connected. You just have to forgive me while taking it off the screen while connecting to my Wi-Fi. But let's get it connected and see what we can do. All right. So I'm gonna connect it to my super fast internet. Let me type in the password. Bear with me. I'll be back. Okay. Oh, that's gonna take some time. Okay, what was my password? Okay, this one. Full focus. Okay, I'm connecting to a internet right now, and we'll see what's going on. All right, looks like I'm connected to the internet, so the time should be synchronizing and everything. It's still showing incorrect time, but we'll get around this in a second. I'll give it a moment to connect. I'll put it on charging as well because it's not been charged. Okay, let's take a look now at settings. What we have doing, well, time sync. Let's synchronize the time. Success. Okay. Language wallpaper. We can have some other wallpapers. We have M5 paper. How does it look like? It looks the same. Engine. Okay, we're gonna roll with that. Why not? Oh, look at that. Oh, I actually like this. That looks really smart. Okay, language, we're gonna stick with English. Okay, cool. So, yeah, if you have a home assistant in your mount, you probably don't want to like just take advantage of this. Because they're gonna be widgets for this, and this is absolutely lovely. You don't want the website to display and load. You want something like that to be quick and responsive, and that looks really cool. I like the way it works and how responsive this actually is. And look, I can just increase the play with this, and the touch makes it responsive, and then E catches up, which is absolutely fantastic. Alright, I might be overly excited. Okay. So, is there a way of actually getting a? It's 2:05 p.m. Something's still wrong with the time settings. I think there is a like a. Is there any like settings? Yeah. Oops. Did I just restart this? I think so. Probably different time zone. Okay, come on. I think I powered it off by accident. So I'm not going to need this. Alright, come on. Wakey wakey. Do I hold it or do I press it? Ah, then probably need to do this, I guess maybe. Because it shows you reset if you... I didn't press it, it actually clicks. So let's press and hold it. Did I break it? Come on, what's going on now? Hello? I'm having a daft moment, or this thing is having a daft... Oh, it's restarting now. Okay, it's fine. Don't know what happened. Okay, we're back in the game. So there is no web browser. Would be nice to have like a small web browser to see if it works, but to my knowledge there isn't one. So yeah, we'll have to live without. Is it like any like swipe actions? No, it doesn't seems to be. And in here, do I have anything I can do with this? Select items. No, it doesn't look like. Press the button. Nothing happens. Okay. So you know what we've tried, and double check on storage again. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be recognizing. It recognizes the PNGs and the JPEGs, and but the document I can't open because it has a question mark. All right. With that said, how customizable? I don't know. I just got it, so it's like you're literally experiencing this with me. I'll definitely gonna read on this and try to figure out more. So this is M5 paper, guys, and if you are interested, then obviously if you go to a website, M5 website in here, I'm just gonna paste it in a second as well for you. I'll give you a link. That's absolutely brilliant device to play with, and I'm loving it already. And I'm gonna paste the link for M5 paper again. There you have it. I have a couple of M5 products already I've talked through, and how to interact with them, and what you can do with it. So with that said, we're gonna jump into the second bit, which is the really exciting case for Raspberry Pi, and it looks marvelous. So let me pack up. Let me take out the card while I remember it. Okay, I'll leave it charging. I'll leave it here for now. Let's let it charge and maybe tease you while you're watching me play with the other stuff. So let's organize my boxes a little bit, and we can return to the second box, which is a Desk Pi. So this is a Desk Pi, and it looks fantastic. And I only had a small sneak inside. There's a lot of different things inside, and it looks absolutely fabulous. So obviously it's not the first time I'm opening it. I had a peek inside and I decided to start it. So there's instruction manuals, there's thanks for ordering cards, great. They found and run some like, troubleshooting, we need that. But we have a star of the show, which is something that looks really, really fancy. Now, this is for Raspberry Pi 4, and this is a one-piece metal, aluminum, I guess. It's really nice, and because it's one piece, and it has, as you can see, it has a Raspberry Pi 40-pin header in here. So that's one thing that's nice. Let me get a little bit more light. It has two full HDMIs, so it handles it the same way that Argon case does. You have a power. You have full access to a Raspberry Pi interface. On front, this is the front, you have extra two USBs, which is nice if you want to connect something quick. There is a SD card, which you can probably utilize separately. There's a power button that you can use. But what's really exciting is that this actually can handle a lot of different things. So let's get into it. But first, we're gonna quickly look what else is inside the box. So we're gonna skip the charger because actually no, we're not going to skip the charger because the charger itself reveals something. Like I would throw this away straight away, but what got my attention was the charging specification. It says that output is from 3.6 to 6.5 volts at 3 amps, or 6.5 volts to 9 volts at 2 amps, which means this will draw more than 5 volts, and I'll tell you straight away why. It does that because your drive, this supports drives, and the fans and everything, they're gonna take a little bit of voltage and cause the voltage drop if you feed the fan first, and that's something that was already addressed with the power supplies on the Argon cases, and something you should keep in mind. So you might actually keep the charger for this. Okay, so what we've got, a USB cable. It's a USB power cable. Yeah, it's a meter. Looks decent, fine, no complaints. out. Okay, what else? And we have this fan. Now this is a very small fan actually. I have one of those fans, and I'll show you the difference. Let me just grab the fan. Oh, this is my fantastic box for fans. And look at this. It's much thinner than the 52 pi fan that I had, but it has a very similar form factor. It actually has a bigger base, so that's the only thing. So we're gonna bear that in mind. So we have a separate beefy, chunky cooling fan. So the Raspberry Pi definitely gonna stay cool. Another thing that we have is a couple of goodies. So there is a separate board to handle the GPIO. They did a clever thing and they rerouted the GPIO elsewhere, and they did that with, I'll show you in a second how. Another thing what we have, all those are mounting brackets for the fan and micro SD card reader, because it actually goes inside and enables a couple of options. So I think this is also an extension which you can later use maybe with the software to actually use the SD card as the SD card reader on the Raspberry Pi. Excuse me. And there's this connector, which means you know what's going to happen. This has a support for SATA drive, so you can use M.2 drives, and you can use regular SATA drives. And I know this because I've opened this. So let's open this real quick. And for that, I'm going to use my really well designed screwdriver. I'm gonna need this. I'll be fancy because why not? There is Allen key included, but hey, if you have this, then why would you use anything else? Obviously, providing you're gonna get a correct size of the Allen key. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's super fun and makes everyone jealous. By the way, if you want a tool like that for Christmas, I'll give you a link as well, because it's awesome. That's my favorite screwdriver. Hold on, I'll give you a link. I've reviewed that as well. So let's jump on it. Let me make some recommendations and maybe even make some profit out of this live stream. So that was a ES121, and this is a tool to do everything. This one. In case you get ideas what to get for Christmas for yourself, or like late Christmas. Okay, let's proceed opening this, because there's something actually worth talking about. There's two more screws. Those are actually acrylic panels. They don't come like this. I already scrubbed them. There's a piece of paper securing them, and let's have two sides. One is like this smooth, and one is kind of like engraved, or I don't know, like matte one. I can't decide which one I like. I might not have a choice in that matter. No, I don't. So I need to use them as is. So I'll try to keep them on side, scratch free. And in order to get into this, you have to change this to a screwdriver and get rid of the additional 4 screws, which are located at the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's why I absolutely adore this screwdriver, because working with stuff like that, it's just amazing. So this is what you get inside, and I should probably point out a correct link for you as well. So this is the link, and this is the listing for it. So this case, surprisingly, it's not that expensive. It's $55. It's right now out of stock. I was lucky enough to get it in just before you ran out of stock. And once I tell you what it consists of, you actually start to consider that as a not too expensive option. So that's what it is. So you have a nice Nook style aluminum case, front and rear panels, IC tower cooler with PWM support, nice. Support 2.5-inch HDD through USB Type 3 with an independent power supply, that's nice. Wire cutter reducer, 2 HDMI supports, 2 USB, safe shutdown and reset, supports PD 2.0 and QC power input. Nice. Okay, so let's get back to the interesting bit when I actually take this apart and show you a little more. Right, can I just look at it quickly at the stream health just to make sure? So like, yeah, looks everyone's enjoying themselves. Any comments, guys? Just I have a chat in front of me. I'm reading this, so definitely it might take me a moment to get back to you, but definitely will. So this is the board, and you can see that a lot of things are sticking out and looks incomplete because this is a matter of transformers. So you probably recognize this from Argon, right? The Argon 40 had something like this. That was the attachment board. Let me get a spare Raspberry Pi. Oh, I need to show you that because this is too cool. Look at my storage right now. How organized everything is. So my Raspberry Pi boards are sleeping here. Come on. So this is where I store my Raspberry Pi boards. I'm really happy to have this organized. So let's grab a. This one's gonna be best because the other one has stuff used. So let's grab a Raspberry Pi board and let's start to play with this. So obviously, before we do this, there's a couple of other things. But obviously, what you're gonna do, you're gonna attach the Raspberry Pi port like this, and look at that I/O on this side. But this is not the beginning of this transformer because first, come on, out, thank you. First, you need to decide what you want to do storage-wise. Obviously, this has support for your SD card, but who in a sane mind wants to run Raspberry Pi from a storage card when we already posted stuff about booting Raspberry Pi from a SSD, right? I've used SSD before and I have an article on that. If you go to Raspberry Pi, probably gonna pop in straight away. There you have it. It loaded quicker than anything else, and I can share this article with you. And this is what I would strongly recommend you to do if you want to run these things. Because what's gonna happen is that you can either put one of those M.2 units inside, or you can put a regular SSD drive. So let me show you this. First we need to get rid of these screws here. So let's do that really quick. Oh, it's actually, I need to take a bigger screwdriver, and otherwise I'm gonna strip the screw. Flat. This is a fairly flat one. This one will work. Come on. Ah, great. Ah, beautiful. Always get a correct screw bit for your screw, otherwise you're gonna strip it. Okay, it feels like there is a spring or something. I really hope this is the way to get into this, otherwise I'll make a fool out of myself. Okay, so this is a motherboard. I don't know, this is like a child board, and you should be able just to pop it out. I don't have any additional screws, so all I have to do is just gently pop it. It's mounted exactly the same way as you would mount your. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna take this apart completely so you could see the guts, and I want to see the guts as well. So let's continue our investigation. Right, let's open this all up. Okay, now it's gonna be slightly easier. For some reason this one got itself wedged. Oh, come on. Ah, there is a header in here. Okay, so that's why I was doing it. So there's the secret, right? Oh, there was an additional screw in here. Oh no, I don't have to do this one. So just lift and pull. So this is the trick, right? I have an SSD somewhere. Let me grab the SSD real quick. Okay, it's probably not formatted, but this is just a regular SSD. Disk health COVID-19. I'm not 100% sure if this works well, but this is just a regular SSD drive form factor. If you slot that in, lines perfectly. You can use the screws in here to get this. My 512 gigabit SATA drive is still working great. Excellent. I like to see people using that. So this is one way of using it. You can actually put whatever drive you want and you are ready to go. This is probably for power. and this is obviously for data. Now, if you don't want to use those and you prefer to use mSATA drive, then you can use that attachment, the mSATA attachment insert. It's really nice, clever, and you can put different sizes of M.2 storages, right? This, I don't know which key out of my memory it is, but it has just a one divider in here, so you can see that clearly this is just a one divider, so that's what mSATA key is supporting. If you Google that, you'll know quickly that you has to have a divider on that side. So I'm not going to power it, I'm not going to install everything and do it right now, so I'm just going to kind of go through assembly process for you, and later on it's going to be a full review when I'm going to talk about everything. So what else is fun on this board? Absolutely nothing else. So we're going to put it aside and we're going to take a look at these two. So there's a couple of things worth attention. First of all, this is not for camera. At first I thought that was a camera. It's not. Yes, Satrap, that's going to be online later on, so just visit my channel, you'll see it in the live streams. This is actually extender that connects extension. So if you want to extend your GPIOs, you use this, and you connect this strap in here, and there you have it. You have your GPIO extended, right? That's how it works. It's not actually that you put this on the Raspberry Pi, you connect this, and then the extension works. Now, in addition to that, it's slightly hidden here. Can I just quickly undo this? Let's have a look. There's a screw in here. It's a bit of the work. Okay, I'm not going to do it. You'll have to trust me. You see this in here? There is this dark blob. This dark blob in here, this is infrared support. So you can actually use a remote control. It's not included, but you can use a simple remote control to send commands over it. So if you want to turn this NOC into a media center or something, this is what I'm going to do. I'm so excited. I'm going to get like a massive SSID, like 2 terabytes. Okay, it's 2 terabytes. It's not massive, but massive for me. Loads of movies, and I'm going to have a finally nice box that I can replace my original drive. By the way, I'll show you my original NAS drive. It's kind of retired right now because reasons. Make a mess. So I'm going to be retiring this cute device, which has 3 hot swappable storages. It still runs on Raspberry Pi 2, and I deserve an upgrade. But it's been serving me really well for I think 4 years. Never had any issues, and oh no, sorry, Raspberry Pi 3. I can see it from here. It's Raspberry Pi 3 because I've upgraded it. It started as a Raspberry Pi 2 and it ended up as a Raspberry Pi 3. It still uses mechanical drives as well, and it's absolutely beautiful and lovely. And I'll think what else I could do with this. But yeah, I can totally see myself replacing this with this box. So what else do we have? There is another bit of tape in here, and this is extension for this. So there is this small you'll see that the connector is on this, and it's micro SD card extension. So it functions that actually this slot connects not to the Raspberry Pi directly, but it uses this extension to kind of hook it up and allows you to still use the slot even though the Raspberry Pi itself is pulled back quite significantly. So you'll be using this slot if you want to power it from the SD card. Now, I wonder if you can use that SD card actually later on as just a regular SD card, and I have a suspicion that you can. So let's start building this up, right? Should I connect the drive to it? Probably. Let's see if I can find a drive that actually kind of works. Okay, I've got a drive. One of them will work. Don't know which one, but one of them will work. So this is 120. I think I've tested actually this one later because I was running it. And this is 250. Okay, so 250 we're gonna run with this one, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's run this one. because my M.2 is taken by, what is it called, on argon case. So right now I should probably put 2 screws in. Can I use these screws? It would be nice if I can use these screws. So let's have a look if I can use these screws. Yeah, actually yes I can. That's nice. So you can use the screws that were used to attach the expansion board for M.2 to actually secure the drive, because it's the same size. I'm really happy about that. So now I think you can start to understand why this product is $55 and it's kind of worth it. Okay, so that was upside down, right? And that was like this. So now, before I screw that in, we're gonna take care of the everything on the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is gonna be connected here as a last, because we have to put heating on it first. I'm gonna use the 2 gig version of it because my 4 gigs are right now needed for something else. So let's open this up, get the screws out, and so you put one of those gels underneath it here, but let's figure out the brackets first. Right, and brackets here. There's so many things that you have to connect them. It's like building a PC, guys. Honestly, it's really cool. Okay, cool. Just going to check something. Yeah, everything is alright. Cool. Right. Can you forgive me for 2 seconds? I'm just going to grab something to drink because all that talking dried me up and I absolutely have nothing to drink in here. So I'll be back in literally 2 moments. I'll insert a beautiful ad for you so you could enjoy yourself. Okay, apologies for being away. I have some Sprite. I didn't even drink it. I'm back now. Let's continue. There is a small delay between YouTube and myself, so I'm not seeing myself on a stream right now. But yeah, I'll assume I returned already. So let's continue. We were mounting this in a position. Now that looks kind of funky. So there is a 1 and 2, and we have to figure out which side goes where. So they're gonna go like this. Like that, I guess. I'm sure there, like, let's consult instructions, because last time I remember I had a problem with this and I spent longer than I was supposed to. So instructions are really well explained, to be honest. It shows nicely on the pictures what you're supposed to do and everything. So what I need right now is try to find information about putting that thing. Ah, there you have it. It's first page. So what we have to do, if you're gonna put that upside down, it is upside down, oriented this way, then the bendy bit, this is the bendy bit, goes to the back like this, okay? And the straight bit goes like that, here. Okay, we figured out, so let's do this now. I need to take my beloved screwdriver. We need to find probably these ones. that are being used to. No, they use these ones, okay. The bottom head ones. So let's do this really quick. Nice. And the second one here. Cool. You can do it. Cool. Right, cool. That's done. Now we already inserted the extension in here. Now we need to also put that inside, and that has an orientation as well towards the back. So we are entering this like that. Okay, make sure everything is aligned. No, there you have it. Look, that looks serious now. It's honestly, it does feel like building a PC. So once we have it, we need to put that this way. Yeah, this way. Okay. So it wraps around the. You still have access to that PoE if you really wanted to mod something. There's a bit of distance between. So if I press on the processor right now, it kind of stays up. Let's add the remaining ones. Okay, so they need different extenders. So this one goes through bendy one. So so that's why it's not attached. So I have to add one of the small ones, then a big standoff on the top. Okay. And okay, that's what it is. And now we have 4 different legs, and we can put that crab into position. It doesn't really feel like it's in position, and which one we are using to actually support this on board. We're using these standoffs here. So it feels like that springiness is actually kind of desired to make sure that the block rests on the processor and there is a perfect heat transfer. Did I do it before? No, I haven't. This is the first time I'm doing this, obviously. Okay, it feels like slightly... feels like I'm putting more bend than I really like to do it on these parts, if I'm honest. But let's continue and let's hope I'm correct. Okay, it's like, as you can see, it kind of maybe it's supposed to be this way. I don't know. Okay, we'll continue. If I break it, I'm gonna break it. If I, let's hope not. Okay, that's the last one. So you just need to kind of press it down, creating a bit of a tension on these bits. I might help myself with the screwdriver slightly. Come on. You can do it. I completely missed it. So, see, I don't have the thin fingers enough to press it in here. I kind of need to do it in order to close the gap between the nut and the standoff. And I can't. I need to, maybe I'm gonna use this. That sounds like a better idea. I should be able to wedge it like this, press it, and then yeah, I think we're gonna be in business. That should be resolved slightly better. I probably should have gone. I can't get rid of it now because it's attached here. So, oh, this is aggravating right now. No, that's the one. Okay. Sorry. Let me crank up the volume. How about now? Is it better, the volume? It should be a little bit better now. I'm gonna point the microphone in. Tell me stuff about this, guys, because it's one of those things I can't verify until after the stream, and that's obviously a problem. I'm at this moment really keen not to do this bit. I'm looking. Oh, I have tweezers, and I dropped the tweezers. Let me get the tweezers, and I'll do it with the tweezers. And I brace it on the tweezers, press it against, and now we're talking. Just where's my bit? Yes, it's here. All that dancing, guys, just to build it. All for you. Excellent. Good, good. I'm happy. I'm happy that you're happy, because then I'm happy and everyone else is happy, and I'll be really happy if I'm gonna put this through and try. I'm not getting the love. I'm not getting the love and the results I want from this. It's like it's like 1 millimeter away. I feel like I'm tiny little bit away. Just gonna try to bend this slightly. Okay, it just. Oh, I'm getting there. I know I said that like 10,000 times, but this time, this time I will. Oh, it was so close. In moments like this, I find myself needing a third hand. Like, there you have it. Yes, finally. All of them probably in place. Okay, cool. Now that we have this, we can mount this onto the main motherboard. Move the screws on the side. Now, obviously, we're just going to snap it, kind of keep it parallel, make sure everything's aligned. Now, this is a fan controller, and fan controller is going to go here. Before we're going to do the fan controller, let's do that really small and awkward connector, and that's why I have a tweezers, so I could do this. So, just need to lift it up, bring the tape, obviously slot it into position, and close it. So I missed it. It looks like I've missed it. Just going to redo this. Okay, it sits a little better now. There we have it. First one done, and the big one. So this is for the Gpio header. Obviously, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But for the sake of my OCD, we're going to slot it in and have a header connected. Later on, I'll have to test it with something. This one was much bigger, so it was much easier to connect. Okay, this one kind of gets in the way, right? It's I wish it was slightly shifted and they could kind of arrange this better, maybe. Okay, but it's connected. And lastly, the fan connector to keep the Raspberry nice and cool. Like it wasn't cool enough. Now that we have this assembled, the next step is obviously to put this one back, and it was this way. So like that. This is where you start to understand that this is slightly awkward. Okay, we just need to press this. So first we need to do the header. There's a 4-pin header in here. They have to go in place. Then we have to align those holes, and we can start driving the screws, which means I need my fabulous screwdriver. Fabulous screwdriver is here. Can we use this screwdriver a bit? Yes, we can. That's the quickest screwdriving ever, because the screws are quite shallow. Alright. It's actually, something tells me those are the screws responsible for mounting on SSD, so we have plenty of screws available in here. Okay, so that's connected. It doesn't have a screw here. It's just 4 screws in here. Okay, and that's a nice sandwich. That's a nice raspberry sandwich, and that looks really nice. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. Doppelganger, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here as well. You forgot the thermal paste. Yeah, but I'm going to disassemble this again a couple of times because I need to film it for thing. I know I'm not going to run it, so I didn't really forget it. I've ignored it. But well spotted you. The pink tape, he's gonna see it later. No, it was intentional. Like I said, I'm going to do it in the proper video to kind of give you a, because this is live stream, so yeah. Okay, so we have this. Let's put that in and let's start to slot that in because we have everything, right? So legs are here and mounts are here, so it's supposed to go like this. Eee, what a sound. Okay, so it's a little bit tight. And then that's what she said, joke, but it is a little bit tight. So, okay, let's get some more screws. I'm getting hesitated because I have some spare screws in here, everything is in place, and I feel like, you know, I shouldn't be getting spare screws. Okay, so I'm gonna have a couple of screws for a Raspberry Pi itself, which is bolted independently to the cage, which is fair enough. So that's what were the stand-ups for. This is gonna be looking amazing, guys. Honestly, $120, and I feel like Christmas just came again. Full disclosure, I've paid $20 for this. They gave me a nice seat, gave me a nice code, discount code, and I've paid $20, but I really wanted to cover this anyway. And I've started the process in like November, so if you want to get it, try to get it now, because there might be a wait time for this if you have it out of stock. You know, you did it when you, yeah, that's how I assemble my bicycles. Each time I end up with a, you know, a handful of parts, and one day I just will have no bicycle because you can't, each time you disassemble the bike, have the spare parts. Right, and what we have is a front panel and the back panel. So this is the back panel. Let's put it in place. Okay, I'm not being particularly, I'm taking it easy. It feels like, okay, it wasn't aligned properly. Then we have to change the end to the Allen key. We could use slightly different mounting for these, to be honest. They feel a little bit out of place. Now the result, that's slightly different if I was designing this case. And let's go with the other panel, which is a front panel. Feels like the, let me just pop the panel out. Feels like the SD card is slightly, so I need to drive this screw, that's why this is slightly off. The front panel for the SD card was a little bit high, and this screw actually has a bit of a clearance, so I need to drive it a little bit more. No, that's the spirit. Okay. Pop this again. Ah, now it's perfectly aligned, guys. Guys, we are getting somewhere. 2 more screws and we're here. Hello, Dustin. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hello. Dustin, was it you with the streamer thing? Who did the streamer? Stream Deck? Because I was looking for that the other day and I couldn't find it. And I remember there was someone did this. And then later I had a conversation with Daniel from pocketables.com. And he was advising me to get that Stream Deck going for my streaming. And I said no, because being crude and unprofessional is trendy. So I'll have to Google it. If I remember it correctly, it might have been Dustin, but my memory may. And the last bit is this, and this is nice because it's actually embedded into nice, like a bit of rubber. It doesn't look that bad. Now, there is only one thing that is missing, which is wireless. Now, I'm probably not going to run this via wireless, but you're gonna run this with a wired interface. Feels like this is slightly bulging. Did I misaligned the port. Let me just move this again. But I would add a hole on one side and add extension for Wi-Fi antenna because I can, and maybe I'll do that. No, it's not that. Something feels like it's slightly misaligned. Tiny little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna open it out of my desire for being perfect, because that small bulge, it really drives me mad right now, and I think it's something I did. An ESP with touchscreen with the Stream Deck. That's the one. Yes, yes. That's why I remember you, Dustin, very well, because this is something I really need for this channel. You know, exactly what you've done, and I have enough ESPs to pull it off. But my channel should be called Not Enough Time, because I seems to have no time for anything at all. Okay, why this was bulging? It's it feels like this was this USB port. So pulling this on to the side should really fix this, right? And I kind of gonna come on. There's like literally no. It wasn't this. It was the SD card. SD card is kind of like. Come on, it's like 0.5 mil. Is it? Is it SD card? It's like almost perfect, but it's like almost. Come on. Like obviously I don't want to break it. Just want to push this tiny little bit to the side, and it seems like I have a bit of any alignment issues here. Like, I don't know if you can see this. This is literally just there. I'm probably gonna end up just taking a small file and expanding that hole a tiny little bit. It's literally just a tiny bit of imperfection. Ugh. Maybe it just needs to, because these ones aren't touching, so maybe this needs to be pushed in. Okay, I'll have to live for now with this tiny bulge. Maybe I wasn't really careful with assembling it, but there is like a 0.5 mil bulge, and it really annoys my OCD right now. But this is not what you came in here for, to watch me having a fit over literally like a millimeter something that doesn't really matter that much right now. What matters is that this is complete, and take a look at this. So I need to see what I'm showing right now, because I'm not seeing what I'm showing because I have a couple of windows. Okay, that's gonna be so much better. So look at this. It actually looks really nice. Now, in terms of size, so if you kind of get a grasp, I'll make a little bit of space, and I'll show you sample sizes so you could kind of get an idea what is. So this is Raspberry Pi 4. This is argon case. So it is, I'd say, almost twice as big as argon case. So this is argon case. You can see how much it sticks out. Thickness and height, it's very similar. So actually very similar. Obviously with argon cases you can only have M.2. With this one you can have also regular SSDs. It feels like a really nice knock. So in front we have a panel in here. Should be connected to have a spare SD card, so I can actually run this and see if this boots. So I'm just going to put the card in. Which way? I don't know, probably this way. Yes, this way. That was spring loaded, guys. I'm happy that I found it. So need to be gentle. And again, I don't have a nails, but I do have tweezers. So it's spring loaded. It's nice and flush. And now we need some power. USB Type-C preferably. Oh, remember there was a different power supply which was slightly more beefy, so I'm going to actually use this. So let me get that original cable. So I've got the original cable, and let's connect this. And let me get an adapter real quick, and we're gonna connect this, alright? And we're gonna quickly see how it's like in power on state. My connectors should be somewhere here. I remember seeing it somewhere here. There it is. Okay, I've got the connector. And let's give it a whirl. By the way, inside you'll find the ways to configure the power button. So right now it's nice and red. You can see the power is being delivered. It's all good. Let me get the comments in the way because my window is gone. Okay, I'm still waiting to get into the hack space to print the bottom of my Argon Pi. Done. I know the feeling. Okay, so it's nice and red. It looks slightly evil. You can modify the behavior, so if you have a power loss, you can do the same thing like you did with the latest Argon. There is a two jumpers, you just switch them and it will automatically reboot or it will remind off depending on what you want. It's nice and blue, so I guess it's booting. Yeah, I can see some lights inside in here. So in a second I'll be able to connect to a Raspberry Pi, so it's actually my spare automatic. There's a label in here for the what is it called, Gpio header, and how it's being laid out. So it starts from, this is the top, so your first and second pins start here, and the 39, 40 pins are here. So that's how they look like. You have a full access in here. If you obviously have those one of those extensions, either like these, you can use one of these to connect to your header, like that, and you can extend it even further. Okay, while this is booting, I'll log into my Raspberry Pi and confirm that it's working, and soon you're gonna see a full review of this baby. Where's my drink? There's my drink in here. So yeah, if you've just joined while this is booting, this was the first start of a show, which was this. Oh, it has a magnet in it. Look, it has a magnet in it. It's M5 paper. Let me just give a link again to this. So this is the first thing I got, and it's absolutely adorable for a couple of reasons. So I'm gonna have a quick rundown for the guys that just joined. It's $69 and it's absolutely worth it. It runs on battery. It's ink. It's very responsive. It comes with pre-built a home panel, which is adorable, and this is exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to start connecting it to my like everything I've got. You can run like heating, you can run different rooms. This is absolutely adorable. Now it's stuffed with stuff. This is basically how M5 stuff tells you what to do. There's this nice volume up rocker. It's not volume up, they're kind of like a volume up with a button. You can customize it, you can add the SD card, battery included. The battery is 1150 milliampere hours. There are 3 ports for growth connectors. There's obviously ESP32. The ink is 4.7 display, so you can, where's my phone? There's my phone. So this is the phone, this is this. It looks absolutely adorable. It connects to internet because it's ESP, it has a Bluetooth. What else do we have? There's a power button in here, there's a temperature sensor, humidity sensor, USB charging, programming, and obviously because it's this M5 stack, you can charge it and program it over, sorry, not charge it, program it over the internet like I did with the previous M-Stack devices. So if you read my articles about these, I'll send you quickly the articles as well. You will see what you actually can do with this and how easy it is to program and use block programming to achieve this. So this is for one, and this is for this. Yeah, that's one. They'll take you for the other one anyway. It's fun. So it looks adorable, and I wonder how long it's gonna get like this. Obviously, the connectivity on the ESP, the internet connectivity, it's gonna be draining this. But with a decent sleep policies, you could create something cool. I absolutely adore M5 stack products. I think they're doing really cool things. Okay, so this is obviously connected. It's blue. There's a light in here for SSD. Now, I should be able to boot it because it's not set to boot from USB, so let's take a look and see if I can actually run it. So I'll invite you to my, I know it's actually running a home, sorry, automation done. No? Okay, maybe it's a different one. Maybe it's a different one. Docker. Yeah, it was a Docker one. So that's the Docker one. Yeah. So this is right now. This is right now the interface that is running on the this box here. So yeah. It's absolutely adorable, and I'm looking forward to playing with this and reviewing it and giving you a little bit better thoughts about the box itself. So those are two exciting items that I got today in a post, and I've posted more about Ender 3 V2. I also got today in a post BL Touch for Ender 3 version 2, so I'll be installing this a little bit later. And I'm writing an article how to drive 8 printers on a single Raspberry Pi board. That's going to be a mess, but it's something interesting, so if you're interested in that, do follow me if you don't follow me right now. What else coming up? We're going to be talking more about this gimbal, which is pretty cool. I'll show you how to game from bed in a very spectacular fashion, my review of a portable monitor, and the heating, I'll give you a sneak peek right now, because some of you, if you follow me on second channel, can I get a link to my second channel? I'll try. Let me get a link to my second channel, guys. My channel, okay. About, is this second channel? Channels? Tech After Hours. So if you want to see stuff early, just go to this channel. This is my second channel, and I post stuff that is less relevant, kind of off the cuff, and if it doesn't match the main channel, it's on the second channel. But I've teased my heating, right? So let's go and take a look quickly at my home heating. So this is right now my home heating, and it has a couple of interesting features. It uses, obviously, Node-RED, because hey, Node-RED is brilliant. But it has a couple of interesting features implemented. I'm still working on some things and I'm waiting for a couple of things to be sent in, but for the most part, everything apart schedules is implemented. So I can ask my Amazon Echo devices to set this heating, and that heating is going to be applied and traced in the room that you are actually asking. So if I'm sitting in my office and I want my office to be at 20 degrees, I'll say to my Amazon Echo device, hey, just set that temperature to 20, and it will cut off the moment this room reaches 20. If I change the room and change that command, it will start tracking different room. It's a great way to save money, especially if you are home alone and you're sitting, let's say, in a small room that heats up quickly and you have a thermostat downstairs. So this is one of the features. Another feature I've implemented is this dynamic thing. So I can select manually, I don't have to use a voice control, but I can select manually which is my leading device. So I've selected leading device as office. Now the temperature in office is 18.5 degrees. The set point is 15, which means all orange rooms right now, those are rooms with a temperature that is higher than the set point, so they in theory shouldn't be heating up. Now obviously that's not going to work until I have individual thermostats not thermostatic valves on each radiator, but it's a path of doing so. The second thing is, so you can see that in action. So for example, a hall is 13 degrees. If I'm gonna turn this set point below 13 degrees, that's gonna go orange. And if I'm gonna go over 20 degrees, everything's gonna be gray. And my heating's gonna kick in. So let's turn off the heating. Let's not get heating on. Now, in addition to that, I have a use, hourly use, daily use, and the weekly use in here, which is supported by Grafana. Those are embedded and generated by the code. And I can read either temperature from each room, and I can break the temperature per 1 hour intervals, 12, 24 hours, yesterday, etc. So load the sensors from each room, give you a set point versus the temperature. I also have the ability to tell the temperature from outside if I want to. There's the pressure, so I can get the information about the pressure. If the system doesn't support the pressure, it's being taken from the weather API, because obviously the pressure won't change as much. And lastly, I have the same information for each room from humidity, and that takes the humidity from outside and compares this with the humidity inside the building as well. So it's a really nice informative things. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this is actually using InfluxDB to gather and harvest all the data, because later on I want to use this data to feed to machine learning and try to figure out if I can do any clever things with it. Obviously it still works with task, it still works with requests, it still works with voice commands from Amazon Echo devices and Google devices, but what doesn't work, it's Google doesn't let you actually identify the device you are talking to. So unfortunately Amazon Echo is so much better at this, because I can tell one device and I'll know exactly which room I should be looking after. This is something I'll bypass because I want to implement motion sensors to actually keep track of that as well and figure out a clever pattern of doing it. So this is my home smart system 3.0 now, because it's the third year in operation, and I'll be releasing details soon, so I'm definitely worth subscribing for. If you don't subscribe, if you're not subscribed already. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I just need to add some timers, and yeah, it still costs you $5 to implement to a thermostat, so it's awesome. Try doing that in a Home Assistant. I'm looking at you, Home Assistant, try to beat me. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, I understand Home Assistant is cool, and I'm not being what is it called, awkward to Home Assistant people. You're doing a great job, guys, and I really appreciate what you're doing. So yeah, I think I've run out of things to talk right now. If you have questions or something, ask. I'm here. Obviously, things gonna happen. What else? Oh, it's gonna be a review for new headphones I have. I'm not telling you much more yet. What else we have in our? I just have to look around the room because I have so many things. Oh, there is another printer I'm going to review, which is there. You can see kind of like, where is it? Like, yeah, I'm touching it. Yeah, that's the Resin Printer. It's interesting, since you have a Google device. If you have a Google device in the room and you say turn off the lights, it affects that room only. Now this is where actually Alexa kind of, oh, I just said the wake word, didn't wake up, great. Well, Amazon fail because their room policies are groups, they're not rooms. So Amazon Echoes don't have rooms, they have groups, right? And you can name them as a kitchen and stuff like that, but they don't act as a room. And this is really infuriating, because I can say, for example, kitchen off, and it will turn off everything in kitchen. If I say lights off, it will ask me what lights I want to disable, and I don't understand this. Why? Because, you know, there is API to recognize which device you're talking on. There is API to assign that device to a specific group, but it still doesn't recognize it, and it's so annoying. But the API is there, and you can take advantage of it, and I'm probably gonna override this manually myself with Alexa Remote, something I would strongly recommend you to check it out if you're not using it. I'll give you a link right now. Can I switch like this? Yeah, so I have so many articles that I have to search by search. Alexa Remote. Come on, you can do it today. So you can, this is interesting, and this is the two interesting articles that I would strongly recommend you to check. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. Kind of gives you an idea what you can do with Amazon devices, and why, in my opinion, they're much better than Google in terms of DIY. So yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of do, and at some point I'm going to invest and turn my radiators into smart radiators, which means I have to drain the entire system. That's not going to happen over the winter, my wife would have killed me. But I have to drain the entire system, replace all the valves into thermostatic valves, because I don't have thermostatic valves, unfortunately, and then buy those Zigbee connectors that you can use, and then try to make something out of this and implement that into my system, which was completely rewritten from scratch. I spent incredible amount of time to doing it, and it was written in such a way that I can actually easily implement it, as you can see on this graph. I already did all my, where's my mouse again? I can't find it here. I already have my homework in here, because if I can identify which rooms need or don't need the heating, then all I have to do is just link the state of these buttons to individual room controllers, and I'm done. Then I have an ultimate heating system that will only heat up the rooms I need. Any recommendation solutions for local voice control setup in case you don't want to use Alexa and Google Home? There is a couple of them. Now, Mycroft was one, and not Holmes. AI. Okay, Google fixed it. So this is one of the things that you can do. Another thing, you can actually use join, because join and auto voice take voice commands, so you could figure out how to do it and run it on a different device. That's great. All you need is a web browser and microphone and stuff like that, because it lets you do this. So with a join, you can you see this? Yes, guys. Let's get rid of that. You can have text to say no. Was it? Or do you have to? No. Sorry, you have to go with auto voice. I apologize. I don't have auto voice installed in here. Interesting. Yeah, but you can definitely do it with auto voice as well. I'd have to install it again. I've reinstalled Windows some time ago. Anyway, that's one of the things you can do. What else you could do with it? I think those are the only two that I kind of know of, and I should be probably trying Mycroft a little bit more, because it's interesting, but I also have Amazon devices all over the house, and I like their API. I really like, because they're easy to work with. They're not perfect by any stretch, but they offer so much more than Google devices do, and even though I have, look, see, this is a Google device, it's not even plugged in. Okay, let's have a look. Tasking on Android, yeah, that would be another things. So yeah, that's one of the things. So I've been quiet. I've promised I've not been lazy. I know I've not posted really since half of December. So it's been like 2 weeks of I've not done much in this time, but I've been trying to do a lot in my spare time. Work does take a lot of my time, and I'm busy. Oh, there is a drone video review. So I have a drone for a month now. I had a drone, right? This is the drone. I can't see it properly. I'll send you a link. Let me get you a nice affiliated link so you could enjoy it. So I got this drone a month ago, and the problem with this drone was that I've not flown a drone before, and so I'm practicing it, right? Second thing is, I'm finishing work after dark, so I can't really do anything because it's dark and I can't. So this is the drone. It's dark and I can't really fly the drone because I can't see anything. Well, the drone is pretty cool. It comes with a gimbal, it folds, and it uses a mobile, and you can even, in an awkward way, connect goggles if you want. But yeah, but I only had the weekends to actually practice, and in last month I only had like 3 hours of sun time when it wasn't raining and it wasn't horrible, and I could actually take a drone for a spin. So yeah, that's gonna be a while before I can learn how to fly properly, operate the camera, and produce you with the footage that I actually enjoy sharing with you. So yeah, I am in UK. So yeah, I've got charming UK weather, which is useless for most of the things. And now I'm writing two tutorials. I'm gonna be some upgrading 3D printer tutorials, which is something I'm mid through as well. I have like 10 different articles. And SwitchBot's going to return because they are releasing API, REST API, which means you can take over all devices of SwitchBot, which are really cool. And that's going to be definitely an article as well. And I have a couple of other small things that are coming up, which one's going to be taking like 15 different Zigbee temperature sensors and comparing them one with another. And then taking about 10 different motion sensors and comparing them with one and another. So I've actually made the purchases myself, so I'm not going to be biased or responsible for being nice to particular company. So I'm going to pick the best temperature sensors for your home automations and the best PR sensors for your home automation if the sensor that you want to run is Zigbee. And somewhere along the line I'm going to make a Zigbee repeaters as well. That's the plan for 2021 if the world is not going to end in the next 2 days. Okay, I ran out of a drink. I ran out of things to say. So that's the last chance to ask urgent questions. If you want to ask questions, go for it now. If not, I'll probably going to see you in tomorrow's video and then probably after New Year. So guys, 2020 been horrible for many reasons. I've been also very fortunate for me for a lot of reasons. So I'm really thankful despite everything that's going on in the world right now. And I hope it wasn't bad for you guys, and I know it's been challenging, but I hope everyone's doing great, and let's hope that 2021 is going to be so much better. I mean, the standard is so low that literally just nothing has to happen to me, but yeah, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that. Right, it's 7:15 in here almost, so yeah, I'll clean up, rest a bit because I've been working most of my day and it's my holiday, and later on I'll probably write some more. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. It's been a pleasure to have you around as always. I really enjoy your comments and your feedback. It helps to interact with the live stream, otherwise you just talk to yourself and you feel like you're crazy. No one wants to be crazy. And yeah, I'll definitely see you in the new year, and I'll try to have a regular live streams now that my internet is so super good that I can stream without any problems and without having hiccups on the internet, which happened unfortunately in my past live streams. So enjoy your time off if you're still off, enjoy your new year, and all the best wishes in the new year, guys. Take care. Bye. And I'm gonna end this live stream with obvious one. How do you end this live stream? Hold on. There it is, a button. Bye.